take, my soul to take. Lord, I've been dreaming about the paper. Get rich before I see my life taper. Hope my mama get to see Jamaica before she meet her maker. I hoop but never good enough to ever be a Laker. But these words I recall got me balling. Jordan.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, this is Ernie Johnson. Happy Easter to all of you. A warm welcome to 2K Sports. Happy Easter, Jeff.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy
Bunny
Easter,
ears,
Shaq.
Bunny ears to all my fans out there.
Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Golden State Warriors at their home, Oracle Arena. Well, for the Warriors, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. Almost the end of the regular season, several teams looking very good for the playoffs. Kenny, what's more valuable, having well-rested players or getting home court advantage?
Easy. If you're banged up, rest. If you're healthy, home court advantage. Easy, easy, Ernie. But the rhythm and momentum are just as important entering the postseason.
You know what, Ernie? Back in the day, everyone tried to play a full 82. Even if you had a sprained finger or head cold, you're like, forget that, I'm playing. But my advice, if you have a shot at home court, you go for it.
You would play with a head cold?
Oh, my gosh.
I never got a head cold.
You're a warrior.
I always played with a head because I was cold.
Nice.
Kevin Harlan ailing with a hangnail, but he's still here to make the call.
A view of Lombard Street and in the distance, the Bay Bridge joining San Francisco with Oakland. It's the NBA brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard, probably their weakest area in that game.
Well, they weren't doing their work early. They weren't carving out space for themselves under the glass, and guys just weren't working hard enough in my estimation.
Oh, look at the 76ers starting group. Kevin Love out there at Blatch. Then it's Thomas. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and we're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Now here's Leonard. 9 points last game. Here's Love. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Love.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA it's a herd mentality if something works.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08, and really he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Leonard dishes to Thomas. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Assistant, Kawhi Leonard.
And the Warriors off to a slow start here. 6-point game. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And guys, that was their night. I mean, it seemed like everything they shot went in.
It happens that way sometimes, guys. It was just one of those games where the hot shooting of a couple of players became contagious and nobody was stopping.
Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins, who eventually became Rookie of the Year, for the chance to get Love.
Now here's Thomas following the miss by Kevin Love from 12 feet out. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession. He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Leonard the pass to Blatch. Unloads from 13. The shot no good. So Golden State will take it the other way. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Schroeder kicks to Tomic. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And the basket by Blatch.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Warriors trail by 5. Roden kicks to DeRozan. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. DeRozan's got 5.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Pass to Redick. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Blatch, no luck.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
DeRozan on the wing. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. 76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Now here's Thomas. He's guarded by Schroeder. And the shot no good, a bit short. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Simmons dishes to Roden. Here's Schroeder from down in the low post. It goes.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And Thomas, here we go. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Thomas got his second basket of the night. The Warriors trail. And here's Schroeder. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well. Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
Outside Thomas. He dishes it to Love. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Big bodies and soft hands. Well, that's what these guys possess. The top assisting centers and power forwards this year. And you look at the Magician, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
You think of some of the great passing big men over the years, and they are some of the best players ever. I mean, period. I'm sure that's not lost on him.
Certainly not. I mean, it's precisely why he's worked so hard to become the passer he is today. He didn't want to just be a scorer. He wanted to be a complete post player, and he's done it.
Now here's Schroeder. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Down low from 10 feet out. The shot's good from Henson. Henson's got his first bucket of the night. Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
Here's Schroeder, following the score by John Henson. Simmons passes to Schroeder. Fires from deep. Love grabs the board. 76ers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Thomas goes in. Love with a wide open look. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. And that's now 6 points for Love. Shooter kicks to Simmons. Here's the screen. Shooter passes to Simmons.
76ers foul call. Kevin Love. That's his first personal foul.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. DJ Augustine's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team. And both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
DeRozan's shot is good. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. Now here is Augustine. DeRozan a screen on O'Neal. Shot clock at 6. Augustine, no luck.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Beverly dishes to Muscala. Feeds to Leonard. Fires the 3. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
No good from Simmons.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Outside DeRozan. Henson with the screen, and DeRozan kicks to Augustine. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Greg, how about DJ Augustine and the roller coaster ride last season, beginning in Detroit, ending up in a very creditable position with the Oklahoma City Thunder?
And a lot of that was because Jennings was so inconsistent for Stan Van Gundy last year, even so much so that he started starting Augustine, and this was just a small part of the turmoil for Detroit last season.
Jarrett Jack is checked in for Philadelphia. And so he makes both from the line.
So back to DJ Augustine. It's the middle of last year, and he and Jennings are practically splitting time at the point. Then Jennings goes down with an Achilles injury, and it looks like Augustine will take over full-time duty. Nope, the Pistons trade Augustine to Oklahoma City for Reggie Jackson.
Hickman passes to Muscala. And Jack, here we go. Second shot opportunity, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
You know, one thing about the Augustine-Jackson trade last year, it didn't help either the Thunder or the Pistons make the playoffs. It's just so hard to integrate a new player into your system that far into the season, especially when that player is a point guard. So a wild ride for Augustine.
That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. 1:22 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Erceg. Now the pass to Fernandez. It's stolen. And now Philadelphia on the break. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the 76ers lead by 6.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Clark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine.
Take a break.
His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Wow, that's right. That free throw, no good.
And talking about Henson, obviously the great length helps him as a shot blocker. The young center is also very quick off his feet. He's averaged around 2.5 blocks a game over the past 2 seasons. He's also been contributing some as a rebounder, though really needs to add some weight to kind of take it to that next step.
Now here is Jack. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
To the inside, Henson, and it's blocked. But they get it back. That is good. Augustine's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And Jack, here we go. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And Jack drops them both.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Roten with it. Pass to Augustine. And that's not going to go. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead. They're up by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
And listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And then listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kev. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here as we get underway once again. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play, and Golden State looking at who they've got. Here's Blatch. Here's Love, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Roden kicks to Tomic. They set the pick. Here's Erceg. He's guarded by Love. That's collected by Blatch.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And that's good from Jack on the assist from Reddick. And it's a 7-point 76ers lead.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Philadelphia leading by 7. Thomas dishes to Jack. Pass to Blatch. To the right side. The open shot by Love. Can't hit. And Golden State will come the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right. Outside Jack. Clock at 6. The Warriors pull it in.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Here is Fernandez. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound. That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense. You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
Most coaches will tell you, you need scoring in the paint to be successful. And here are some big men around the league that have been providing plenty of that over the last month. Number 5 is Kevin Love.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Yet, no matter how much attention they're getting, they're still going to get their points. I mean, opponents just have to keep fresh legs out there and try to limit the damage and make them work for whatever points they do get.
DeRozan's shot is good. And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason.
And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. Just 2 to shoot. And it's Beverly missing. Warriors trail by 8. Roden kicks it over to Schroeder. And stolen by Redick. Thomas goes in. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Thomas got 5 points in the quarter. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the score by Golden State. Here's Love. The shot no good. And Golden State will come the other way. DeRozan passes to Schroeder, and he converts the layup. Schroeder's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Roden kicks to Simmons. Dishes it to Schroeder. There's a screen from deep 3-point range. Redick with the rebound.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Now here's Love. 12 points for him. And he gets it to go.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
It's DeRozan with the drive. And he gets it to go.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Warriors girls.
Chance to see the numbers for Patrick Beverly. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 6 points a night, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
Well, you want a guy to come in who knows how to run the offense intelligently, and that's exactly what he does. Kind of like how you ran things, Greg.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. John Henson's checked in for Tomic, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Beverly against Augustine. And Beverly kicks to O'Neal. Screen by O'Neal. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out east. You look at Chicago. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, there's the 76ers, just a couple spots back.
And for Philadelphia, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
And I can't see any reason why they can't. I mean, they've got to be considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy for me.
Augustine, no luck.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside. Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Kawhi Leonard with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
Now here's DeRozan. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas. And the shot is good.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Here's Leonard. He feeds it to Muscala. Hickman. He's covered by Roten. Kicks it out to Leonard. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
And checking out the numbers for the Magician. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. Second in field goal percentage, second in free throw percentage, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And you mentioned it. I mean, one of the top shooters in the league, quick trigger with just a little better footwork. Boy, I tell you what, he could even move higher up the rankings.
Swiped away. And now Philadelphia on the break. And he lays that one in.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Now here's Roten. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas. Simmons dishes to Henson. They set the screen to the wing right side. 6 on the shot clock. And it's sent back by O'Neal. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. 1:37 left in the first half of basketball.
Oof, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
Philadelphia leading by 11. Here's Beverly. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Poked loose and stolen by Roten. And laid in to finish the break.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the basket by Tony Roten. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Beverly. No good on the 3.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
Now, here's Beverly. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. That's good. Beverly's got the lead up to 11 now for Philadelphia.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Now Augustine, he has 5. Right side, DeRozan lets it fly from 18. That's good. DeRozan's got 15 points.
I mean, no one really near him, but still, he's able to knock down the off-balance shot.
And that concludes the first half. 76ers lead by 9. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with a visibly winded Kevin Love. And Kevin, what changes do you think are necessary in the second half?
To get the loose balls to be the tougher team. That's really it. I mean, if we do that, we feel like we'll be fine. We missed a layup, so if we convert those in the second half, we feel like we'll have the upper hand and we'll win the game.
Kevin, thanks for your time as always. We appreciate it. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. What a performance so far tonight by Kevin Love. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
And over to Kenny now. How'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half. But that's because no one put their foot down on defense to stop it. So in the second half, they need to play much more disruptive defensively. They have to do whatever it takes.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, J.J. Redick is out there with Thomas. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Blatch, and it's Leonard in at the 3. Now, here's Thomas, and the layup falls. Thomas got the first bucket of the third here for the 76ers.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from DeRozan.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Blatch. Left side, Thomas. It's blocked. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded by Thomas. All alone. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Tomic. Tomic has gone 50% from the field, 3 of 6. Thomas kicks to Love. Outside Thomas. Back to Love. 5 to shoot. Pass to Blatch. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The 76ers have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. Warriors trail by 8. Schroeder kicks to Simmons. Now here's Schroeder. Defense right on him. The dish to DeRozan. Great D that time from Leonard.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Thomas kicks to Love. Fires from the line. And he jams it with authority.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their full bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Kevin Love. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 7th in rebounding, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
Boy, he's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the full 48 minutes. glass eater.
And the Warriors making a change here. Fernandez is checked in. Schroeder kicks to Simmons. The feed to Roten. The pass to Tomic. And he slams it one-handed.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here's Thomas following the score by Golden State. Right wing, 5 to shoot. Blatch, no luck.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Kicks it to Simmons. Passes it to Tomic. Golden State moving it around. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Roten.
That's a nice drive there, Kevin. He beat the lone defender and was wide open under the hoop.
Thomas passes to Blatch. Outside for Thomas. It's a pick by Love. Drops it in from 11 feet. Love's got 16 points. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
And Redick is just an unbelievable three-point shooter. It's not just his volume, it's his pinpoint accuracy. By the end of last season, Redick was 40% from behind the arc for his career.
Here's Roten. Drills it from outside. Roten's got his third bucket of the night.
They're not going to run that play very often. But hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that three.
And for Redick, he knew what his NBA career would be like way back in 2005. Clark, I recall him saying, I think I'll be a role player like 80% of the players in the league. I don't expect to be a star. I'll just shoot. I'll be a team player.
Yeah, and he's exactly right. He was highly decorated in college, but every scout knew his strength was shooting the basketball, and JJ knew it as well.
Well, defense is a big part of these players' games as the top shot blockers among small forwards this season. Second is Kawhi Leonard.
Just superb in terms of their athletic defending ability. I mean, all of them. They never give up on a play and do everything they can to challenge each and every shot.
Well, you'd think the energy they expend defensively would take away from their offense, but that's not the case. For most of them, a block leads to an easy basket or fuels their offense.
Jarrett Jack is checked in for J.J. Redick. And Thomas, here we go. He kicks it to Leonard. Shot from 12. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. That's 10 points for Leonard. Warriors trail by 7. Now, here's Roten. He's got 7. And here's Schroeder. Can't make good off the screen.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving the count.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Here's Erceg. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out west. Taking a look at Portland. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, Golden State, 3 spots below.
And, well, for the Warriors, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Right side Jack, outside Thomas. He's looking for Love and finds him. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Love's got 18 points.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Now here's Roten. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Schroeder. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
And stolen by Roten. Here's Fernandez. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 5.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Love. 18 points for him. Jack dishes to Love. Now here's Roten. He's covered closely. Got that bucket in no time at all. Now it's just a 3-point 76ers lead.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Upside Thomas. Shoots from 12. They shoot again. Blatch, no luck. The Warriors have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the 3rd. Golden State moving the ball around. Roten kicks to Fernandez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, use his body well to lean around the defender. It's always going to be difficult to convert that shot, though.
And Jack kicks to Thomas. And Tony Roten gets the whistle there. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Henson checked in for Golden State. Augustine comes in for Tony Roten. Pass to Hickman. To the left wing. Here's Muscala. Another miss by Philadelphia.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. It's deflected.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And so it's Golden State with it after the Sixers pick up 2. Henson the pass to Schroeder. Clock at 2. Off target from outside. After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion. He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
There's the pick. Augustine against Beverly. Here's Erceg. He dishes it to Fernandez. Puts up a 3. That's good. He's got 7.
And Schroeder's still with room to grow. I mean, he needs to improve his three-point shot and cut down his turnovers. But those are things that often come with time. And he's got time. Still very young at this stage of his career.
Hickman. Warriors with the rebound.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 6. Looking to get it going. Comes up empty down low.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Augustine against Beverly. Feeds it to Love. Can't hit from in close.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. So it's Philadelphia now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. We've got DeRozan, the magician out there with Tomic. Then there's DJ Augustine, and it's Roten in at the 2 spot. That's the Warriors 5.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Roten. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Simmons.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
And Thomas, here we go. Offensive rebound. And O'Neal gets it to go. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Roten with it. Makes it off the glass. The 76ers leading by 5. Here's Thomas. Warriors with the rebound. Simmons got 3 rebounds now in this one. Right wing from deep. Augustine, no luck. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Outside Thomas. 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 12, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jermaine O'Neal. That is his first foul of the game. The 76ers making a switch here. Love's checked in.
Teams first. 76ers substitution. Kevin Love.
Warriors trail by 5.
Warriors call it. Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Warriors girls.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. The three-pointers obviously have been hurting them, and he told his players, we've simply got to play them tighter on the perimeter. We can't afford to give them these wide-open looks. Kevin?
Augustine against Thomas. DeRozan with a screen for Augustine. They set the screen. Pass to DeRozan. Here's Tomic, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Philadelphia foul call. The line limits. First personal foul, 2 seconds. At the line for the Warriors, Ante Tomic.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Dishes to Redick. Love up top. He feeds it to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Blatch. Shoots from the right block, and he gets it to go. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Roten kicks to Augustine. Pass to Tomic. The dish now to Roten. To the paint. Here's Simmons. And that one's good. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Thomas kicks to Love. Stolen away. Augustine dishes to Simmons to tie it up. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Love.
Shooting for Golden State, Simmons. Taking 2 shots.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. No good on the second free throw. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Thomas goes in, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
What a great game for Love in this one. He has 18 points and also a block shot. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. Warriors trail by 3. Roten kicks to Simmons. Here's the screen. DeRozan's shot is good.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Thomas passes to Love. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
Roten dishes to Augustine. And Tomic kicks to Roten. Four on the shot clock. Blatch pulls it in. The 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Love in the post. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Simmons got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside DeRozan. Jumper off the screen. He squares up and sinks it. DeRozan's got 5 points now this quarter.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through DeRozan. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris. There's the pick. Thomas passes to Love. No good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Here's Schroeder. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Love outside. There's the feed to Leonard. It's a pick by Love. From deep, Thomas. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Now, here's Thomas. Love outside. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Here's Tomic. Roten. Rebound, Blotch. Now Thomas. Kicks it to Redick. Pass to Love. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Now it's a 5-point Philadelphia lead.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
And stolen by Love. He kicks to Redick. Fires for three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Feeds it to Schroeder. Golden State moving the ball around. For three. Back to DeRozan. Now here's Roten. He's guarded by Thomas. Second chance shot. Up off the screen.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
At the line for your Warriors, Ante Tomic. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. The Warriors making a switch here. Fernandez is checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Beverly's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
This is what they need to do in the second half to come out with the win. It's not the only thing, but when you convert free throws at the other end, you put a lot of pressure on the opponent to play solid defense against you.
Now here's Beverly. Shot clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Blatch, no luck.
And they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
Guys, it's their hard work inside that has them out in front, but they can't let off now. They've got to keep it going.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
To the inside, puts up the baby hook, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Leonard having a good one. 13 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Shooting for Golden State, Kawhi Leonard. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Leonard. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Leonard with the steal. He dishes it to Beverly. Pass to Blatch. The baseline J. That one goes. Count it. And the 76ers lead by 4.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Kevin Love with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Up top, DeRozan. He's guarded by Love. Fernandez from outside, and that is good.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Leonard attacking, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Warriors call time. Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Warriors girls.
And DeRozan kicks to Simmons. Back to DeRozan. 17-foot shot on the way. And it's Golden State with another.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the fourth quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors girls.
Redick dishes to Love. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. DeRozan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Schroeder with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Beverly against DeRozan. Here's Tomic. Oh, and they take the lead. Tomic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Now here's Beverly. It's a pick by Love. Here's Blatch. It's good.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
And here's DeRozan. Dishes it to Schroeder. There's the screen. To the inside. Here's Simmons. Buries it.
Clutch. Stop right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Now here's Beverly. The pass to Blatch. The 11-footer. Shot is off. But they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
And an intentional foul right there.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Warriors girls.
Let's 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Schroeder. He feeds it to DeRozan. Shoots a fader. It's in!
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. You were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw a good one.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
Well, DeRozan is capable of just going off on any night. You know, his leadership, though, that sets him apart right there. DeMar leads by example, and his team feeds off that good energy.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.